Hey, Radio DS. I'm Tim Darcy from Cola. Excited to be chatting with you guys today.
This is Evan Cartwright from Cola. So excited to be here. Thanks for having us. For me, really early days of my music life, like when I first started playing drums, I was really into the Sex Pistols, The Clash, Susie and the Banshees. Um, yeah, I came into drumming kind of in my punk years as a kid. Now I'm sort of circling back to that a little bit. In between was a lot of like when I was in high school, I started studying with this great jazz drummer in Toronto, Paul DeLong, and he introduced me to all this incredible jazz. And I was kind of hooked. And then I went to school, studied music in school, um, in the jazz program in Toronto. So I kind of like it's like punk at the beginning, and jazz in the middle, and then back to like a punk, like a post-punk sound now, you know. So
Great.
yeah.
Now you, Tim.
Yeah. Um, well, I think the most consistent, the most constant North Star for me has been the downtown New York 70s punk scene and all of the amazing music that came out of that. Even the more contemporary records that I listen to, a lot of them harken back to that time. But it's a period of music and art that um, I mean, especially when I was younger, but still today, fantasized about living through myself. So obviously, bands like Television and Patti Smith, their approach to rock and roll, and the meeting point between punk rock and poetry, I think I found especially inspiring as somebody who's always been really excited about the written word and poetry, and then the vitality and energy of punk and these kind of like lateral approaches to rock and roll. It was all very exciting to me, and honestly, still is. Well, I think part of it is Evan just mentioned is, we write collectively in this band. We all bring song ideas in. So Evan having a very direct jazz background, that brings some of that in. For my part, I've always been interested in playing in alternative tunings. So a lot of my alternative voicings come from that approach. And then I guess Ben also has an interest in jazz. He always talks about Django Reinhardt, so definitely like when he brings a guitar idea in, that's in there. But then yeah, honestly, his approach to bass, I think, has some Django in there as well. He's known to
Hmm.
throw a chord down on the bass. First,
Oh, I mean, I've got a record just on repeat right now at home. I think I flipped it like 5 or 6 times yesterday. Uh, an Eric Chanot record, "Say It, Laura." So, I mean, he's living in France now, but he was someone who was around Toronto when I was growing up in Toronto. Um, just amazing songwriter, really imaginative guitar player. Like no one really plays guitar like him. Um, and he's got a huge discography. There's so much to, so yeah, that would be my recommendation. Eric Chanot.
um, I guess I have two right off the top. One, just thinking about other great Montreal bands. There's a band called Crasher who we played with last year, I guess, the year before maybe. We did a
Yeah,
show
a couple
together
of
in
years ago.
Montreal. But incredible band. They have really unique sound, and Ash from that band has had a bunch of super cool projects over the years, but this might be my favorite. What's that record called? Street Sweepers, Street Cleaning Machines of the World, I think it's called. Um, that record's awesome. And then I'd also shout out from Ohio this band Automatic Go that we're touring with on the West Coast. Um, Incredible post punk band. super energetic live show. Just yes, really cool songwriting, really fun live band.
Yeah, I'd have to recommend Lune Très Belle. Amazing. I don't even know what to call that music. I've seen shows where they sing like Renaissance vocal music. The albums are, yeah, really beautiful, atmospheric. One of my favorite projects out of Montreal. And like the superstars, Hector Lavoe and like,
That's great.
Oh sure, yeah.
Also a superstar, but Gato Barbieri,
Mm.
Argentinian.
Elise Regina, of course. Yeah, sorry. Only naming like the really. I wish I knew more like more underground projects from Latin America. Yeah, I think something that from the get-go we were looking to do a little differently, particularly Tim, and it really sounds, the album sounds this way, is that from the get Tim wanted to get things sounding a little bit shoegazy with the guitar tones, just like really saturated kind of wall of sound. And on tracks like Forced Position, oh sorry, well yeah, I guess Forced Position a little bit, but I'm thinking Third Double, this really kind of shoegazy sound, thick guitar tones. Yeah.
Yeah, I think building off of that, just in general, having a slightly more diverse palette in the guitar on this record, just keeping it interesting and fresh and like adding in things like some chorus and things that it really was like, and this is part of our writing process, just like no preconceptions, just it stays if it suits the song. And that's how we built up the sound world. Um, I guess the story that I would add is I did kind of earlier in the writing process, I had the opportunity to go out to a friend's house, like kind of outside the city, that he was going to be away for a couple weeks, and I worked on some vocals like this in this house where there was absolutely no one around, like no one for like yelling distance, and I feel like having that like kind of early in the process was nice for me to not just be working on vocals with an acoustic guitar, which can be great too, but I feel like I kind of set a tone with some of the vocals being a little bit more melodic and like sung out, which was another thing that I wanted to bring into this record, a bit more melodicism in the vocals. But yeah, being in this empty house, I kind of got to like go animal style for a little bit, and like I think you really like try some things and build up some confidence around some melodies. That was a little different.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
great.
guys. Hey,
Thanks so much.
take care.
Yo,
Thank you.
cheers, guys.
Bye. Bye bye.